The remanufacturing process begins with our reliable supply of engine cores and the engines exchanged for our remanufactured engines. This supply line includes quick availability of common engines, as well as unusual or hard-to-locate engines. Engine cores are selected from the storage facilities based on scheduling requirements and forwarded to the disassembly process. Cores are closely inspected and disassembled by employees trained to detect components that are not suitable for further processing. Unusable parts are scrapped, and the usable castings are sent through the cleaning process. Engine blocks, cylinder heads, and crankshafts are furnace-baked and then thoroughly blasted with steel shot to remove all carbon and oil deposits. Certain engines, connecting rods, camshafts, and small parts are chemically washed and degreased. All castings and parts are then marked for identification and again inspected for quality compliance. Cleaned blocks and cylinder heads are visually inspected for apparent defects and magnifluxed to detect possible defects within the castings. The blocks are then marked, identified by part number, and entered into the process and quality tracking systems. Blocks are repaired as required based on the prior inspection, or they are converted per scheduling requirements. Part of the process includes precision boring with computer numerically controlled or CNC machines. This automated procedure ensures tight tolerances during the oversized boring. Bores are inspected and clearance grinding is then done. The next computer-controlled process is honing using diamond cutting hones to the specified size and finish. Main bearing caps are then removed, cleaned, and reinstalled to torque. Blocks receive alignment honing to precise housing bore size and alignment. After inspection for defects, all decks are resurfaced within limits. Cylinders and bolt holes are rechamfered. All holes, threads, and internal passages are deburred, brushed out, and washed. Cylinders are brush honed for micro-finishing. Blocks are then jet washed in a high-pressure spray tank. Finally, the block is inspected and forwarded to the assembly line. Like the blocks, heads are visually inspected and magnifluxed to ensure they are free from any defects. Some heads must go through a welding procedure to repair the casting. Once heads meet our criteria, the valve guides are replaced with new bronze liners to maintain tolerance. Next, all valve seats are then machine cut to a high-performance triple angle cut. Cylinder heads are surfaced using milling machines to ensure virtually perfect gasket fit. Finally, the cylinder head is completely washed and rust-proofed. Small parts such as valves are individually sorted and inspected. Valves are refinished by machine dressing at the stem and the face. All springs are tested and qualified. With all components remanufactured to our criteria or newly replaced, the cylinder heads are assembled. Vacuum testing to ensure proper valve seating and a final inspection are done before the heads are stored or forwarded to the assembly line. The crankshaft must go through a multi-step process to meet our standards. First, all threads are repaired. Some crankshafts must be welded and rough ground. Next are two slow grinding operations. The rod and the main journals, as well as the thrust surfaces, are all precision machined to an RA below 10 micro-inch finish and inspected by the machinist to make sure the crankshaft meets our critical specifications. There is no tolerance for error here. Before the work is passed on to the next stage, each crankshaft is identified with the mark of the recon technician who machined it. Next, the polishers inspect the overall appearance of the crankshaft prior to micro-polishing all journal surfaces. By utilizing a magnetic field indicator, we are able to identify magnetized crankshafts and then demagnetize them. As part of our quality program, we maintain an inspection station at the end of the crankshaft process that inspects each finished crankshaft. Connecting rods are prepped for remanufacturing by first having the caps removed and then being resurfaced and deburred. Caps are angle cut to bring the size into remachining range. Rods are then assembled and retorqued to specification. They are measured for machinability, side dressed to remove any remaining burrs and sharp edges, retorqued, and measured for honing. Rods are then honed to specification utilizing modern computer-guided machines. Finally, rods are demagnetized, washed, and stored. All the individual effort is finally brought together in the assembly process. New top-quality components purchased from leading manufacturers, most of whom also maintain QS 9001, are joined with our high-quality remanufactured components. All parts meet the original factory size and specification. New freeze-out plugs, galley, and water drain plugs are installed into a clean and inspected block. New cam bearings are installed uniformly. The remanufactured crankshaft is double-checked and brushed before final assembly. The new rods and main bearings are installed with assembly lubricants. The crankshaft is then added. All main caps are reinstalled and torqued. A new or remanufactured camshaft and cam plug are then installed. Timing components are added to the engine. New pistons and rings are assembled into the block along with assembly lube. New gaskets, lifters, and push rods are installed, along with the remanufactured cylinder head. In addition, engines of special makes and of unique specifications are individually remanufactured. The Special Assembly Department handles each engine with careful attention to detail and quality. Pressure testing ensures that all seals, gaskets, plugs, and bolts are seated properly. Assembled engines are then painted, and after drying, they are spin tested. This permits testing of all vital functions such as oil flow, oil pressure, compression, bearing tolerance, torque, and lifter rotation, which are all certified, and the data are stored in our database to ensure compliance with the QS 9000 standard. Heat tab installation is the final step in this stage. Live firing at our dyno testing station runs the engines under everyday use conditions, further testing that all systems are functioning properly and that the engine performs as specified. Vital functions such as compression, ignition, and cycling are checked. All engines are then packaged along with our liberal warranty, a testimony to the confidence we place in our performance. The result of all this effort is a multi-million-dollar ready-to-ship inventory of the highest quality remanufactured engines and parts available. This inventory, as well as the daily production schedule, is continually monitored and revised to provide better, faster service to our customers. Our highly trained customer service professionals stand ready to assist you in our state-of-the-art customer service department. We're available to answer any questions relative to our products from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time every business day. The successful marriage of individual craftsmanship, training, state-of-the-art facilities, precision equipment, and a commitment to quality allows us to offer our customers uncompromising product selection at cost-effective prices. Thank you for taking the time to familiarize yourself with our operation. We hope this helps you feel totally secure with choosing a remanufactured engine from Recon, because we know how hard every team member works to deliver only the best remanufactured engines and parts guaranteed.